Hey, Greg here. In this video I'll talk about my departure from the north and journey into the prairies. So Yellowknife was my last destination in the north. From there I made my way south to Alberta and I went to Wood Buffalo National Park along the way. Wood Buffalo is Canada's largest national park, straddling the Northwest Territories and Alberta border. It takes a few hours to drive the road going through it. Beautiful drive, lots of woods, lots of buffalo, and you can find some really nice views if you go to the right spots. In summer, the road ends at Moose Island. In winter, there's an ice road that leads all the way down to Fort Mac. So this is the end of the road here. If it was wintertime, I definitely would have driven it. It's not the first time since I left that I wished it was winter. Someday I'll definitely venture back up into the north during wintertime. I did a 16-kilometer hike in Wood Buffalo at a place called Salt River. The big highlight there is the natural salt deposits. There is fields and fields of natural salt. It's really, really cool. There's some saltwater lakes there. Pretty tasty. It was during this hike that I had my first bear encounter. I knew I was the only person on the trail, so during the hike I made sure to make lots of noise. Unfortunately, when I stopped just to take a break and a drink of water, I forgot to keep yelling. So I was sitting on a log and my view of the trail was obstructed by trees, and I heard something breaking branches off to my right. I immediately thought it was a bison since there's so many bison in the area, but when I stood up to look, it was a black bear, about 20 feet from me. It was walking right towards me until I started making some noise, and then it sat down, we looked right at each other, and I told it exactly what's gonna happen. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna walk that way, and I'm gonna walk this way. You're just gonna get up and walk away. No one has to get hurt. No one has to attack each other. Stop looking at me and go off into the woods. I'm gonna walk this way and you're gonna walk that way. And that's what happened. He went off into the woods. I had my bear spray out and ready to go. Thank God I didn't have to use it. And that's definitely the scariest thing that's happened to me since I left home. After that, I had the option of trespassing or going back to face the bear again. Needless to say, I walked through the construction zone. They didn't really do much to keep me out anyways, just a little bit of red tape. The only reason it was closed down is because they were constructing this bridge across one of the more marshy areas. So I just had to trek through a little bit of wet marsh in order to get across. The people that were building it didn't mind that I was there at all. Although I did see this on the trail heading the same direction as me, so I was never really at ease with the whole bear thing. But I finished the hike without seeing another bear, and if anything, I feel more confident around bears now. After leaving Wood Buffalo, I entered Alberta, the boring part of Alberta. Although I did stop in Edmonton to visit with my aunt and my two cousins, so that was really nice. Was able to have a hot shower and kind of hang out for a little bit. It was really nice talking to people I know since I've been talking to nothing but strangers for the past 6 weeks. After that, I took the Yellowhead route across the prairies. Not the most exciting place in the world. The fun part is playing the how long can you keep your hands off the steering wheel game. With no steering wheel contact, you can usually go for 4 or 5 minutes before you hit a rock or a bump, which sends you to the side. But I can drive with my knees indefinitely for hours and hours. Anyway, I've been camping since then in Saskatchewan and Manitoba. This weekend's in Manitoba. My time in the north is over and Eastern Canada awaits. Thanks again for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will see you same time, different place next week.